to be creative consistently, to be our most productive creative selves and get our work out there regularly. How do you do that? I kind of know the answer, and I'm going to give it to you. I got extremely inspired to talk about this by a guy I follow on Instagram named Jude York. Do you love sweet, whimsical, talented Australians? Go follow Jude York. And I found out about him because he had an extremely viral video a while ago where he was singing a song with his mother. It is the loveliest thing you have ever seen or heard. But I'm talking to you about Jude York right now because one, I want you to be happier, and two, he shared something in his story the other day that really got me thinking. He said, I am completely delusional when I am writing a song. I always think the song I'm working on right now is the best thing I have ever written. Me! The video I am currently working on is always the best and most important YouTube video I have ever made. Sometimes it's the best and most important YouTube video anyone has ever made. It has to be, because if I don't think it's the best thing I've ever created in my life, it's never getting finished. Like ever. It doesn't matter if it's true. Like it literally does not matter that there is no evidence to say that this is objectively correct. What matters is that I feel that way and I believe it with my whole being. Because that's how the thing gets done. I always wonder this about musicians. Like if you're a successful musician, how do you keep playing the same songs over and over again for people? If I were a musician, I don't know how I would care about songs I had written even 1 year ago. The only thing I'm ever focused on is what I'm doing right now. I guess your creations have to just take on kind of a different meaning once they become part of the catalog. Are you a musician? Do you know how that works? But that moment where you are creating the best damn thing you have ever created, at least in your own mind, that is the flow state. That is the secret sauce that makes it all possible. It's not actually magic, but it feels like magic. And we call it that because we don't have anything else to call it. It eludes us when we try to name it. The only thing, truly the only thing anymore that stresses me out about YouTube is the constant pressure to come up with a good idea. That forever feeling that I am wasting time because I could be working on something right now if only I knew what something was. I am always trying to get better about scheduling when I work on YouTube, but I don't have a producer on this show. Like, I can't schedule when I'm going to record because I can't record until I have an idea. That flow state has to be happening. Everybody knows that. So how do I get it to happen consistently? Because I've got a job to do here. What works for me is first accepting that I can't schedule when I am going to do all of these things the same way I schedule when I am going to clean the bathroom or work on my taxes. Because creating isn't a chore, it's a state of being. What I can do, which is to say what you can do, is to observe the conditions that allow the flow state to happen and then take actions consistently that support those conditions. That's really all it is. Start noticing the times when you feel the most alive and the most creative, and notice what brings you to that place, and just do more of that. Like, I get myself to a place of just being as at peace as I can be and not worrying about when the creativity is coming. Just know that it will come, because it always does. And it's not wooey or anything. Like, this is how it actually works. Like, I still have to do all the work to make the things come into existence. I'm not saying there's like some magical state of mind that you're going to reach where like suddenly creating isn't work anymore. All creation is sort of giving birth. There is always labor involved. Every journey has moments of doubt, and every project worth undertaking has moments of being tedious and stressful and kind of a drag. Like, I'm not saying that's gonna stop existing, but there are ways to get through those parts. Here is my biggest concrete practical tip for allowing yourself to be in the flow state, and you're gonna hate it. You need to wake up earlier. I know, I hate it too. I am a severe, terminal, lifelong night owl. And I always will be. Like, I am not out here trying to sell you on some hustle, grind, be productive all the time. You just need these 3 new habits kind of self-help bull here. I, like most neurodivergent creative types, I think, am always in a better mood at night. I kind of tell myself that because I'm in this better mood at night, that nighttime is the best time for my creativity. And staying up late is actually really good for my work. Can we just be honest for one goddamn minute here? What do I really love about nighttime? When I'm awake late at night, I get to be in my own little world. And the pressure to do the things I'm supposed to be doing is not there. Because I'm not supposed to be doing anything at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I can just kind of let my mind unravel and do whatever it feels like doing. Weird internet deep dives. Rearranging shelves just because I feel like changing things up. Like, it does feel kind of creative and like such a relief to just let my mind do whatever it wants to do for a while. And I do think there is a place for it occasionally. But as a habit, it's terrible, and it actually makes me really unhappy. Because what am I really doing late at night? Chasing the dopamine. I'm doing whatever looks like fun and feels good in the moment. These activities are taking me further away from my goals. I do have a plan. Shocking, I know. I know what steps I need to be taking to better myself right now. You probably do too. Hey, I'm not a neuroscientist, but I'm pretty sure they'd back me up on this. The best time for your brain to be productive is the first couple hours that you're awake. The most important thing for my creativity is literally getting enough sleep. I realize that's extremely boring and probably not what you came here for, but I have been at this for a long time, and being well rested is the most important ingredient in my creativity stew. Not just because I feel better physically, but because being up early allows me to plan and prioritize and just take care of all the things I need to get done, so that my brain is not all day long and all night consumed by anxiety about having to do a bunch of stuff. It frees up so much RAM up here to just get up early in the morning. Waking up at the last minute every day is sending a terrible message to yourself. Think about this. Say you have like a regular 9-to-5 job, which I do, and I stay in bed until I have to get up for work every day during the week, and on the weekends, I stay in bed for as long as possible because I don't have to go to my job. What is the message to myself that I am reinforcing over and over again? My day job is the only reason I have to get out of bed. How depressing is that? Like, I wonder why I'm feeling stressed out and overwhelmed and not in control of my life when that's how I'm prioritizing things. If you are having a problem right now where you feel like you can't be creative because your job is taking up too much of your time and energy, that is a very valid way to feel. I think we may all be onto something with that. But focusing on what we can control, start thinking about this stuff. In order to become my best, most creative self, I had to literally reframe why I get out of bed in the morning. Is this helping? Does what I'm saying make sense? Ever? You guys know I'm trying to socialize more. I met somebody in the park the other day. Baby steps. I'm working on it. Tell me and everybody else in the comments something you do every day that helps you get into that flow state more often. Most of us need all the help we can get with this. I have to go to bed now. Thank you for being here. I love you. Hang in there.